So today what we will see is we have seen how to fetch some response from the API and use the data to create tables or whatever we want. We even saw how to filter the data, how to search for something, how to sort the data. And so today what we'll be doing is we'll do the same thing but in a different way. What we'll do earlier, what kind of APIs we using? What we were doing is we were taking some API, that is existing API, which we get from Google or something, isn't it? But that is not our data. That is given by some other people. Okay. But let's say I have some data. Let's say I'll show you something. We have done a lot of array of object assignments, right? So in those array of objects, we saw something like this. I have this data, isn't it? Then let's say I have some other data also. Like we have seen even this one, this Duracell, all those things, hard goods, softwares, all those things. So this is also a JSON data, isn't it? Array of objects is nothing but JSON. Even this is also JSON. So now let's say I want to use this data for creating something. So what we earlier did was we directly took this and took this whole data and pasted in our HTML file in the script tag, inside the script tag, and then we started working on it, isn't it? But in real time that will not happen like that. What will happen real time? In real time you'll always get the data from a server. Okay, but we know how to get the data from server. That is okay, we have seen in the last 2-3 classes. But the problem with that kind of data is we can't customize the data, because in the rest countries API, what data is there? That is not given by us. Okay, so that data is put by someone else, but I want this data to be in the server. Then what do? I want to put this data in an online server which can be accessed by anyone, and then I want to use this data to create a table. Then what do? So that means for that, earlier in the earlier case, REST countries and product list, what was happening? The data is served on a global server, which is maybe in America, or it may be in Europe, it may be in Australia, we don't know, but we are able to access it. Okay, but now what I will do is I will create my own server. I'll create my own server, I'll put this data there, and then I'll use Axios to get the data from that server. So that means when I host this data on a server, what will happen? We will have an API, we'll have an URL. From that URL I can get it. Okay, so just like see this, see the rest countries, what was happening. So here this thing, this is a URL, this is an URL, isn't it? When it looks like something.com/v2/all. So when I paste this, I get the data. In the same way, I have to create this kind of URL which will give us access to the server. Okay, so for that we need something called HTTP server. Sorry, not HTTP server, JSON server. We'll host the JSON data, so we'll use the JSON server. Okay, HTTP server will help us to host web pages and all, but not JSON data. But JSON server will help us to do that. So let us see how to use the JSON server. So if I write JSON-server, I get a link called, this is coming from npmjs.com. Okay, so it is, what is npm? Node package manager. Okay, so but this will not work directly. For that we need to install Node.js. Okay, first we have to install Node.js. So let me show you how do we install the Node.js. So first I search Node.js, I get nodejs.org. Okay, here I get two options. One is 18.12.1, that is LTS, long-term support, and another one is 19.3.0 current. So you will be using this one. Okay, LTS, whatever be the version, we'll go with the LTS. Okay, so I'll click this and I get the download file, I save it, and then I run it. Okay, So this will, I in my system, I already have Node.js installed, but that is an old version. Okay. So when I run this file, what will happen? It will replace the old version with new one. Okay. So let's say my old version was 16. So this will replace it with 18. So I just keep on clicking next, next. But see, remember, see these things, these are okay. Even this is okay. So if it is, this option is checked, then you please uncheck it. Okay. Automatically installed on necessary tools. Note that this will also install Chocolatey. So this Chocolatey script is not needed. Okay. So no need to select it here. And then next and install. So now it will replace the older one. Okay. So once it is installed, we can start using the npm packages. So this JSON server is nothing but it is an npm package that is known as Node Package Manager. So they are nothing but they are libraries. They are a group of JavaScript files. So JavaScript files we can't use directly. That will run through Node. Okay, Node.js will take those files and it will run them. So these files are not placed just in a folder. They are placed together, and this kind of folder is known as a package. Okay, inside the package, inside the JSON server package, we have the JSON server JavaScript files. Okay, so people what they do is they, when they create JavaScript library, they put all the JavaScript files together and they make it a package. Okay, once the package is made, they upload the package to this website, npmjs.com website. So here so many packages will be there. You can search here. Okay, whatever you want. For React, we have React router, like that. So here see React router DOM, all these packages are there. So this way, all people put the packages here, and then once Node is installed, you can use this command. See this? You just copy it and you can paste it in your command prompt and run it so that it will install it there. Okay, let me show you now how to install it. Once Node is installed, Node is already installed. I'll just copy this code and go to my folder. So I'll create a folder. Okay, Control Shift and so let me say this is, I'll name it as server. Okay, inside the server, what I'll do, I'll run a command prompt and paste that code, npm install, npm I means install, npm install JSON server. So just run it. Once it runs, it will create some folder, new files. Okay, we don't need to touch those files. So yeah, so something is completed. Now I close this. So here we have one node modules folder, one package.json, one package.log.json. Okay, here I'll create a new file. That is, I'll create a new text file. Okay, I have to rename this file. I'll make a JSON file out of this, not .txt. Okay, it should be .json. So what will be our file? So it will work like a database. Okay, isn't it? That is our database from that data. So I'll make it as db.json. Anything you can name. Okay, any named .json. Suppose our what is our we have the products, so you can name it as product.json. That is also fine. Okay, so after renaming it, I just press enter and yes, so there is a file created. Now inside this file, I have to put all those data. What data I had? Let me close all these things here. So I'll go with this one, products list. Okay, so this products, we don't need this part. Okay, we just need the array. So the array, I will copy it like this. I've copied it and then I'll go to the file. Where is this file? So I'll run this file first. I have to open this file. I'll edit it with Notepad++, no problem. Okay. So here, what I have to do is the db.json, this file should contain one object always. So that means it will have curly braces. Okay. Then So it will not have any name. The object will not have any name. So db.json file itself refers to that object. Okay. Inside this object, we have to create one property. So, and again, you can't write properties like this. This is not a valid JSON. Valid JSON means it should be string. Property name should not be key. Key should be string. So I'll name it as products, and I give colon, and then the array will start. Okay, whatever array we had, like this. So products, inside products we have the array of objects, and the whole thing is another object. So there is an array of object inside a big object. This is the outer object. Inside the outer object we have only one value, key value pair, that is products. Okay, I save this and I don't need to do anything here now. Okay, I can close this actually, because I'm not going to modify all these things, right? So I close this. Now here what I have to do is I have to write here I have to run one. So inside this folder, okay, remember that in which folder? Inside the server folder, where we have the node modules and where we have the db.json file. Here what I'll do write cmd, and then I'll write json-server, okay, space --watch, okay, space db.json. Even if you don't write this watch, that is fine, because now we are only accessing the files. We are not changing the files. When we will change the files, let's say we are trying to delete something or anything like that, then we need that watch. But for now, I will just go with json-server db.json. Okay, so I'll save this. Oh, sorry, I'll run this. Okay, so json-server db.json, entered, and it is saying malform JSON in file. Okay, let's see. So there is some invalid JSON file in there. So what is the problem? Let's see that. So I'll now show you what is the problem here. Products category. Okay, manufacturer. So what you can do is you can copy this whole file. When you, so here I have to now check line by line where is the error. Suppose you don't know where is the error. What you do is you just copy this file. You go to Google and search here JSON validator. Okay, it will, so here it will tell you what is the problem. So here I paste this data and I click on validate JSON. So it is saying manufacturer Duracell. What happened here? There is a comma. Because of that it is happening, or what? So results, parse error on line 7, RER Duracell, expecting string, got. Okay, so what is the error? Maybe this. Let's see. That is which line? Manufacturer Duracell first object. This is a string. So parse error on line 7. Manufacturer Duracell, expecting string, got this. But I didn't put this. Okay, let's see. So it's fine. Name, okay, after Duracell. Name, hard rock, track pack, Mac, type software, price is this. One second. So what is it saying here? It is not saying anything, but let me check this, remove this comma and check. The last comma is maybe creating the error. Okay, after the manufacturer, it is when I write a comma, it is expecting another property. Okay, but we didn't give the property and we started with ended with curly brace. Okay, save this and I'll run the JSON server again. Yeah, now I'm getting fine. Everything is fine. Okay, that was the error. So here the data should be completely valid. Okay, otherwise you will always get some error. Okay, fine. Now just see what they're saying here. They're saying here is loading db.json done. Resource is present in http localhost 3000/products. Okay, so this is the API we have to use in the axios.get method. Okay, so I'll just copy this and go to the browser and try to run that. What do I get there? So I paste this http localhost 3000/products. Okay, so when I press enter, I get the data. See, so it is served now. It is placed in the server. Now we can use this to create our table or do something. Okay, so let's do that first. So what do I do is in my folder, just I can create the file here itself, right? There is no problem. So command prompt. Okay, so here I'll have a file. So what file I'll use? I'll make it as JSON server products.html. Okay, now what I'll do is, so here again I have to use the what Axios CDN. Okay, so I'll go here Axios and what is the CDN? Yeah, this is the CDN. So I'll paste it here. Oh, inside the head or body, I'll put it. So inside the body, let me put it. Okay, fine. Fine. Now, what do I do? Now I will do those things. So we'll create that table or something. So first, let us do one thing. First, let us fetch the data. Okay, so I'll put it in the head so that it doesn't look clumsy. In the body, what do I do first? I write Axios dot sorry. Axios dot get of the URL. What was the URL that we got here? See this. So here, whatever it is in the resources, we have to get that. Okay. So copy and paste it here. Okay. Now after get, what do I do? Dot then and the callback function. Okay, and here what I'll get? The response or response. So that is the response, and where we have the data in a response.data, isn't it? So what do I write here? Console.log of a response.data. Okay, save this and I'll run this file in Chrome. So what do I get here? I get here array of 6 products and those are the products. Okay, so this way we have got the data. Now you can do whatever you want. Now let me do something. This time I'll not create tables. Okay, we'll try to show these products like Flipkart. like Mintra. What do they do there? Okay, and we'll also try to learn some of the styles, how to apply the styles. Okay, one second. Okay, so we have the products, we have hosted the products in this db.json file, and we are running the JSON server also. So these files are available. So now I can access these files using this URL. So I'm using the Axios. That is fine. Now I have to store this data somewhere, isn't it? So in the script, let me take where products is equal to initially empty array. After that, here what I'll do, products is equal to response dot data. Okay, now I have to use this products for creating the whatever we want. So this kind of structure I want. Let's say if I go to Flipkart, what do I get? I get something like this. Or let me go for mobiles. Okay, I go to mobiles, and if I click on something like, okay, Google, so I'm getting one product here, next product here, isn't it? So next product here, like that. We are getting line by line. First product is in the first, second is second line, third is third line. So like that. So here we will write the name at the top. Right side, do we have image here? We don't have image here. Image URL is not there. So leave the image URL. We'll use some other data which is having image. Like the flags can be done, isn't it? Rest countries assignment I'll give you, that is with flags will be there. So here name I'll print at the top. Just below the name, I'll display these properties like category is household battery, manufacturer is Duracell, name is Duracell this, price is this, type is hardwood. So these things we'll try to display it there. Okay, fine. And price is also given, right? So price I will show it on the right side here. Okay, like that. Okay, fine. So now let me create something. So for that I need a function, that is create product list. Okay, that will be the function name. So let me create a product list function. So function create product list. Okay, and what will this function take? It will take one array. Okay, it will take one array. So let me not write array here. I'll write let me write some API proper name. So create products list, and then let me name it as, okay, just I'll write it as items. Okay, so here what do I have to do? Items dot for each. First I'll create just plain text. Okay, then I'll apply the styles later on. So in the for each, what I'll write, I have a callback function. Each, if this is items, this I'll write it as item. So now for each item, what I have to do, first I'll create one div, horizontal div. So where, let's say I'll make it as box. Okay, it will look like box. So where box is equal to document dot create element of div. This is one div. Inside the div, what I'll do, so what will our box look like? See, let me show you here. I'll have one box like this. Okay, here the product sorry, what is that? Here product name will be there. Then Here we don't have any image, so I'll write the details. So first thing is here product name. So what are the things we have? Just see. First thing is name. So name I'll put it at the top. Then type hard good. So this thing I want in small, what it is called, small gray color, small text. Okay. So what I can do here, just below this, here itself, I'll write that type, whatever it is, hard good or software. Okay. Then what we have? Then we have the price. So price I will try to display it, or let's say I don't put this in the center. The name I'll put it here. Okay, name I'll put it here. Price I'll try to put it here. Okay, we'll see. So we are already comfortable with flex and all, right? So we'll try to display it like this. Then we have the type here. Okay, then we'll try to put the category also here. Okay, we'll see how does it look like, or we'll move the category to below. So let me say one thing. I'll write the category here, and what else is there along with the category? We have some other data. So that is manufacturer. Okay, so that manufacturer I can place it here. Okay, fine, like that. We'll try to display it like this. Okay, so we have created the box. Now I have to create this one. So let me make it as h1. Okay, where that is product name is equal to document dot create element of h1. Okay, so in this h1 what I have to do? Product name dot inner html is equal to item dot name. Okay, so h1 is done. Now what is the next thing? Next thing is price. So yeah, we'll use that. So where product price is equal to document dot create element of, so I'll make it as h2. Okay, so now I'll not use it here. I'll not use flex in this application. I'll just put it below, not to confuse you. Otherwise there will be a lot of styles. In the next example I'll try to show you some complex styles. Okay, so after the h1, immediately below we'll have the h2. So inside this what will happen? Product price dot inner html is equal to item dot price. Is it price? Yes, price. Then we have type, category, and manufacturer. So I'll start with manufacturer. Okay, manufacturer, then type, then category. So I'll create another thing, that is where manufacturer is equal to document dot create element of h3. So these all will be h3 now, whatever we create. So manufacturer dot inner html is equal to item dot manufacturer. Then we'll repeat this for the other two things. What we have? We have type and category. Okay, so this is for type, another for category. So type is equal to h3 type dot inner html equal to item dot type, and category dot inner HTML is equal to item dot category. Okay. Now, how this thing will look like? It will be just we have, and moreover, we have not appended all these things to div. So this div we have to append. But even after that, it will not look anything nice because to that div we didn't apply any border and all. Okay. First, let us put everything into div, and then we'll see what is the thing we need to do. So box dot append child of, first thing is what? Product name. Okay, this thing we have to repeat for so many things. So product name is there, then product price, then manufacturer, then type, and then category. Okay, save this, go to the browser. But again, see, again this box we created, but we didn't append this box to anything. So what we need in the body, I want a big div. So let's say div, and ID I'll name it as main. Okay, so inside the script I'll write main div is equal to document dot get element by ID of main. Okay, so at the end, that is after all these things are done, what I need to do, main div dot append child of what? Append child of box. Okay, saved it. We have to call the function even. So that I'll call it here. So create products list of products. That is the array that we got from the response. So I save this, go to the browser and reload. So I got something like this. Can you see? All the products I am having it below, but we are not able to distinguish between them. So I'll apply some border to the main box. Okay, what box we have? This is the box where box equal to document dot create element. So here I can apply some style. So box dot style dot border is equal to, I'll write 2px, or maybe I'll make it a thicker one, 3px solid black. Okay, and I want more styles like gap between each. So box dot style dot margin is equal to, so let me say I'll put 20px from all sides, top, bottom, all, everywhere. So then I'll write 20px. Okay, make it 30px. Okay, fine. Now let's see, save it. Okay, save it, go to browser, reload. So we got like this. Okay, now what can be done? I can even apply some padding as well. So box dot style dot padding is equal to again 30px. Okay, so this is how we can take some data from what happened here. What is this line? Maybe it was already there. Mac, what is that product? Okay, Mac or Windows. Okay, fine, that is there. This is the line. Okay, fine. So this is how we can serve our JSON file into a local JSON server, and then we can use the Axios or any other method to get the data and display it accordingly, whatever you want to do. So here you can apply all those other things like, so box dot style dot background color So background color is equal to sky blue or something. Okay, so whatever things you are putting, this should be strings. Okay. Okay, like that. So this way you can apply the styles. Fine. Now let us see another example. Okay, so okay, so in the JSON server, now I'll use the next array of objects, this one. So here what I will do is, here I will use some more proper styles. Okay. So what is your assignment now? Your assignment is to use the thing countries data. So there, okay, there you don't have the, you can't use it in JSON server, right? Okay, what I'll do is I'll give you some, again, some products data. I have some books.json file. So in that books.json file, what we have is, we have images also. Okay, so that thing you will display it not line by line, place it side by side using flex and all. Okay, so now I'll show you how to use the flex and all. Okay. Okay, so let me take another array of objects. So I'll go with this one. Okay, so let me create another file. Yeah, so this file, I'll name it as employees JSON, employees JSON, and cards. So I'll create cards this time. Okay, not this kind of boxes. So what I'll do is I'll close all these things. Yeah. So now I'll create another db.json file. Okay, so I'll close this. So how to close this server? Just click on Control C, and it is asking terminate batch job, yes or no. So I write Y and enter. So this server is closed now. So now you can't use this URL to get the data. Now if I try to get the data using this URL, I'll get, see, nothing I'm getting. The site can't be reached. Okay, because the server, I've closed the server. Okay, fine. Now what I'll do is I'll create another JSON server. So first let me create the file. Okay, so here I'll create another file. So I'll name it as employees.json. Okay, and here I'll paste that data. So only the array I have to take. Okay, copied, and here the file name, file will be in an object. Inside the object I'll have employees. See, it is here itself, it is saying property keys must be double quoted. Okay, so employees, and this will be an array of object like this. Okay, save it, and now I'll run the file, run the server. So what do I do here? So here I have the employees.json, and here I can write json-server. What I'll write? Employees.json. json-server, the file name. Okay, so it is fine, working fine. This is the URL that is created. So I'll check this once. Is it working fine or not? Yes, I am getting all the data. Okay, now this data I'll use in the Axios. So let me create another file. I have created this file, right? Okay, so HTML head, here the Axios will go, and here the data will come. Okay, so let me take the Axios URL from the previous one. So copy this and paste it here. Okay, here what I have to do, Axios, correct, Axios dot get the URL. What is the URL? Localhost 3000/employees. Okay, dot then function response console.log response.data. So I got the data here. First name Praveen, last name Gubbala, all those things. Okay. Now I'll try to place all these things in cards. Okay. So what do I do for that? And I'll be using the flex, display flex property and all those things. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now I have to create the function. So function create employee cards. Okay, create employee cards is the function name, and it will take one array. Okay, what it will take, it will take employees, let's say. Okay, or employees list. Okay, fine. Now employees list dot for each function employee. Here I have to create everything. Okay, so here we'll be applying a lot of style, so we have to keep on checking, isn't it? So what I'll do, I'll create the file and call it immediately so that we can see the data. So here where employees is equal to empty array, and here immediately after the console.log I have to call create employee cards of, oh, so on this line I have to so here employees equal to response.data, response.data, and here I have to call it like create employee cards of employees. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll create the first, let me create the text, and then I'll apply all those flex and all. So what will be the flex structure? I want something like this. See, what I want to do is I'll have one main div, isn't it? Main div is here, and each contact cards will something look like this. One, this is Praveen Gubbala, this is Srikant Gubbala, like that. One by one, I want side by side everything. Okay, when there is no space, it should go to the next line. Okay, like that. So this way 6 people should be displayed. Okay, one after the other, so side by side. So here in this in this red box I have to apply the flex, display flex, and here automatically they will get adjusted. Okay, fine. So let me have the main div here. So inside the body tag we have where main, oh, div is there, so id is equal to main, and here where main div is equal to document dot get element by id of main. Okay, so in main div we have the reference for this div. Okay, fine. Now And one more thing, what I have to do here is, if that is the main div, I have to apply the flex there, isn't it? So what do I do here? Main div dot style dot display is equal to flex. Okay, now the container has become flexible. Now we'll put everything one by one. So let us create each card now. So what do I do? I have to create the card first. Okay, one box. So that I'll name it as card. So where card is equal to document dot create element of div. Okay, div. Then that div I want to have border. I have to have border, and that should be rounded border. Okay, so card dot style dot border is equal to, within strings, 2px solid, let's say I'll make it as sky blue. Why? Because I want to use that same sky blue color inside. Okay, so the border and background color will be same. So sky blue. Then card dot style dot border radius is equal to, let's say, 10px. Okay, and then card dot style dot background color is also sky blue. Okay, so our main box is created. Now inside the box we have to put all those things. Okay, so let me create where employee name. Okay, employee name is equal to document dot create element of h1, and employee name dot inner html is equal to employee dot. So what we have first name. Oh, so we have to use the full name, isn't it? See the JSON data. Where is our JSON data? So employee, so first name and last name both we have. So we'll use the concatenation. So what I'll do here, employee dot first name plus a space and then plus employee dot, oh, not in string, sorry, plus employee dot last name. Okay, now see one thing. When I have a string, let's say where str is equal to hello. Okay, so immediately if I try to print the str, I get hello. Str dot capitalize. Okay, this one we are not having. So this method is not there, but what we can do is that is called, let me show you, capitalize in JS. Not this, capitalize CSS. Text transform capitalize. See this, text transform capitalize. When I use this, what will happen? The first letter will become capital. Okay, so that can be used, okay, for writing the name, because our names are in small letters, if you see. Okay, so this thing can be made using capitalize. So what I'll do is employee dot first name is this, employee dot inner HTML is this. Okay, so let me create the name first. Okay, instead of doing that, what I'll do is I'll have something like where employee name is this. So where emp full name is equal to employee, but again that text transform is a CSS property that is to be applied to uh, what it is called, that is to be applied to elements, not to those things. So dollar some dollar statement here automatically everything. Okay, fine. Then what we can do is then we can go back to what we were doing. So this is done, right? Employee dot first name plus employee dot last name. Now immediately, what is this employee name? Employee name is actually one h1, isn't it? So employee name dot style dot text transform. See, text transform is there, equal to capitalize. Okay, this way what will happen, it will convert all the first letter to capital. Okay, so this text transform can be applied only on elements, not on strings. Okay, this is not a string method, this is a element method, it is CSS property. Okay, fine. So first name is done. Now I want the first name to be in the center. Let me try to apply the text align center. Okay, employee name dot style dot text align equal to center. Okay, so the first name is done. Now what is to be done next? So this is for the card, this is for first name. Then so then we have the, after the first name we have first name last name is done. Now the age, gender, city and salary. Okay, so so I'll create the age now. So where so where age is equal to employee age, I'll make it as employee age is equal to, so the rest things I'll show in h2. Okay, so document dot create element of h2. Okay, so employee age dot inner HTML is equal to employee dot age. Okay, then anything else to be done there? No. Immediately we can go next, right? So after age, what are the three things we have? So after the age, what we have? We have gender, city and salary. So after age, I'll write employee gender. So employee gender job inner HTML is equal to employee dot gender. Okay, and then employee age. So here city, gender, city and salary, more things we have. Okay, employee city, employee city dot inner HTML equal to employee dot city. Then one more we have, na, that is the salary. Name, age, gender, city, salary. Name, age, gender, city and salary. So employee salary equal to h2, employee salary dot inner HTML is equal to employee dot salary. Okay, now these things are created. Now we have to do the append child into this card. Okay, so card dot append child of employee name, isn't it? So I'll put here card dot append child of employee name, and the same thing I have to repeat for age, gender, city, and salary. So employee age should be appended, employee gender, employee city, and employee salary. Okay, then append whole things to the main div. Okay, so main div dot append child of what? Card. Okay, now what will happen? Because of the flex, everything will come in one line. All cards will come in one line. How to move them to the below? That is our next challenge. So just save this and run this. So you can see everything is coming side by side. And if you put 20 people also, that 20 people will come in one line only. Okay, so for that we have a CSS property called, in the flex we have flex wrap. Okay, there's a property called flex wrap. We have to use that so that it will come to the next line. Okay, so let me write so this is the flex container, right? In the flex container itself we have to apply the styles. So main div dot style dot flex wrap. Oh, it will not be flex wrap like this. Flex wrap equal to wrap. Okay, now if I save this and go to the browser, it is not coming because we have not set any width of the cards. Okay, so let me put some width there. If you see, first you need to check whether the style is getting applied or not. See, it is now coming down. But let's see first thing whether it is applied or not. Yeah, so style equal to display flex wrap, it is applied. If you remove the flex wrap, it comes line by line. If you apply the flex wrap, it comes down. Okay, so now what we need to do is we just need to apply some width. Even if we apply margin, it will come down. Let me show you. Okay, so let me apply 30 px margin to all the cards. Okay, so where is the card is here. So card dot style dot margin is equal to 30 px, and some padding as well. Card dot, so there is no padding, right? So card dot style dot padding is equal to 30 px. Okay, save this, go to the browser, reload it. So now we can see they have come side by side. Now what you can, one more thing you can do is you can make the width fixed. Okay, here it is, some boxes are small, some are big, isn't it? So what I can do is, so let's say can I apply some percent width like that? So let me do something. Let's check with percentage. If percentage is not working fine, we'll put some custom width. Okay, so card dot style dot width is equal to, let's say 33% or 0.33. Let's see how does it look like. So it is going beyond. Okay, then also it is fine, no problem. Okay, we can go with some less width also, but I don't know whether it will be in the thing on. Okay, so 25% is giving me proper width. Okay, so here we can see all the gaps are equal, all the things are looking totally fine. Okay, or if you don't use this kind of width, then you have to use justify content center, all those things you have to apply that. Okay, Okay, I hope that is fine. So what will be your first thing? First thing is you have the products data. Products, I'll give you a list of products with images. That means the here itself you will have the image URL, just like the flags. In the flags we had one flag, and that flag was having the image URL. So I'll give you some product list which is having image URL also. So what you have to do, you have to display the products in this way, okay, but along with the image. Okay, so I hope that is fine. So that let me show you some more things, like yeah. So now your task will be like this. Here we have some things, like see these things, how these things are coming, these things, these fonts, see how they are coming side by side. Product image at the top. After the image you will display the product name, then you will have price, then you will have discount and all those things. I'll give you discount everything. Okay, you just need to display it. Okay, okay, fine. So I'll end it here. Okay, I'll share the images, what it is called, share the JSON data in the group. Okay, okay.